What's up, guys? Welcome back to Life Short Live Free. Today we are talking about red dot optics on pistols. Stick around, we'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. So these have become massively popular in the last few years. And why? Well, there's several reasons. The first is they're finally catching up in their reliability as opposed, as compared to rifles. Rifles, red dot optics have been around on them for years and years now, and you rarely see somebody running an AR or a rifle without a red dot on it. Just because there's so many benefits to running them. The quality's there. If you drop it, you ain't got to worry about it breaking. Well, they're finally catching up on the red dot optics for pistols. So. They've been around for several years now, quite a few years, and Trijicon RMR, that's kind of the leader of the pack. You can beat in a nail with that darn thing and it's still going to work, so you don't have to worry about an everyday carry situation, the reliability of it, and worry about it working. So that's one of the biggest reasons they are becoming more popular. Another one is the benefits of shooting. In a situation where you need to defend your life and there's a threat coming at you, your natural tendency is to keep your eyes on that threat and you want to see that. Well, with a traditional iron sight system, you need to focus on, to pick up the rear sight, the front sight, and your target. So you have 3 points that your eyes need to be picking up. And that's all well and good with enough training, it comes second nature. But the nice thing about a red dot optic is it takes away one of those points. The only thing you have to do is you got to pick up that red dot and it almost superimposes it on your target, on that threat. So that's pretty nice. It just it's just in your eye and it's on the target and you know where you're going to hit. And with enough training, it just becomes second nature. And that's the biggest thing about this too, is you're not going to be able to pick up a red dot and it just work. There's going to take some mechanics training and just to get your body to work that way. So, and that was one of the biggest things. I just switched over to this a few months ago, actually last summer, I guess. But the learning curve is pretty steep on these. It's not as easy as shooting a red dot on a rifle. You gotta get your mechanics right and get so that punch out so you picking up that red dot is the same every time. And that took some doing for me. And the one thing I was worried about was that I was going to lose some of my skill on an iron sight system, but that was actually the opposite, because when you punch out, you have to be right there. To see that red dot, it has to be, your sights have to be in line and you have to just be right there with those mechanics. And that actually helped quite a bit with my iron sight system. So that was one benefit that I wasn't expecting. That was kind of nice. So another reason these are becoming so popular lately is because a lot more people are putting them out. As far as red dots, there's a lot more options out there for you. This is just a Vortex Venom. It's a couple $100. I would not recommend carrying this. It doesn't stand up to, you drop it and it's toast. But there are some out there that absolutely will stand up. Trijicon RMR, that's top of the line. Holosuns, those are becoming extremely popular because their price point is good, plus the reliability is becoming awesome. The new 508T, it's a titanium bodied one. And I've seen some pretty awesome tests on that. That sucker is holding up. So if you want to check out some of the red dot options out there, check out Sage Dynamics. I'll link to him below. He does some pretty crazy tests on them, and if they pass his tests, you know that they're going to be good enough to carry. So I'll post that below. Check that out. Also, a lot more OEM manufacturers are coming out with red dot ready slides. They got their cuts in them already. Glock MOS, that's one of the biggest ones. That comes with plates on it, so you can adapt your plates so you can fit most any red dot optic that you want. A ton of aftermarket slides are out there already cut for different kinds of slides. Trijicon RMR, that's one of the biggest ones. Holosun is cut in the same footprint as an RMR, so that's kind of nice. So just so many options out there. Beretta, SIG, a ton of these manufacturers are coming out with Smith & Wesson. A ton of these manufacturers are coming out with red dot ready slides, so that's pretty nice. the price is coming down on a lot of that stuff. So eventually this is going to be, it's going to be the standard, just as red dot optics on a rifle are the standard. So you might as well start playing around with it now. Pick up a price-friendly, budget-friendly version, and just kind of see if you like it, if it works for you, and go from there. I think eventually I'm going to start carrying with a red dot optic on, just because of the benefits that I've already said. So that is the future. So whether you like it or not, you know, and there's nothing wrong with iron sights. You know, they're tried and true. You always know they're going to work. They ain't going to get broke. 100% not going to get broke. But they're, you know, you need to weigh the benefits of the red dots as well, and see if it's worth it for you. So I'm going to go out. It's a gorgeous day out. Do a little bit of shooting with both of these, and yeah, see how they compare to each other. So I'll see you back here in a little bit. So obviously I'm not outside, but believe it or not, the last 2 times I went out to the range to get video recorded, it was so windy, it just completely ruined my audio. I'll put a quick clip in so you can see how horrible it was. Here, you see what I'm saying? So you want to punch out and get that sight picture the entire time. So pretty much completely unusable, but that's all right. So basically what I was talking about was just presenting the gun in a way that your eyes can quickly pick up your sight picture and your target. And basically, I'm not an instructor, so go get some actual training, but this is the way most people teach it, is to present the gun and get it up to here, and then punch it out. And the reason you want to punch it out, one of the reasons you want to punch it out, is so your eyes can start to acquire that sight picture as you're coming out like this. Whereas if you were just raising it up like this, your eyes have nothing to pick up until you're all the way up to here, to this point. Whereas if you're punching out, they're acquiring as you're coming out. So I found it, for me, it was a lot quicker to acquire the sight picture, a lot quicker on initial shots. And it was definitely the way that works best for me, the way that I'm most comfortable with. So anyways, like I said, go get some actual real training with it. But this is the way that definitely helped me the most. And also one thing I found when I was out there, I was shooting both iron sights and red dot. I found that my red dots, my groupings on quick, rapid fire are closing up a lot more as compared to my iron sights. So that's kind of cool to see, you know, my progression as the longer that I practice with it. And I think that I will start, before here too long, I'll probably start carrying a red dot. So kind of cool, but hopefully next time I'm out at the range, it's not so bloody windy out, but that's Iowa for you. All right, guys, I couldn't pass up getting out and doing some shooting today. It's beautiful out for March 1st. It's pretty awesome. So anyways, thanks for sticking around, guys. If you got any questions, hit me up below. Let me know. I'm just a regular Joe, but I just kind of want to do an intro to red dot optics for some of you other regular Joes. So shoot any questions you have at me below, and yeah, appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and until I talk to you next time, remember, life's short, live free. God bless.